Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Raman. This is going to be a very quick one. So I quickly wanted to talk about an idea or an exercise that I came across while I was reading the book Storyworthy by Matthew Dix. The exercise is called Homework for Life. So Matthew Dix is a storyteller and a school teacher. So that justifies the name Homework for Life. So Matthew Dix invented or created this exercise Homework for Life because he wanted to have a lot of stories in his toolkit or in his arsenal when he goes up on stage to tell stories. Although both the book and the exercise is largely based on telling better stories, but I think the exercise, which we'll talk about in just a moment, is also an exercise by itself for living a better life, living a happier life. So what the exercise is? So the exercise itself is very simple. I'll read what Matthew Dix wrote in his book. I decided that end of every day, I'd reflect upon my day and ask myself one simple question. If I had to tell a story from today, a 5-minute story on stage about something that took place over the course of this day, what would it be? What was the most story-worthy moment from my day? So what he is talking about is essentially an exercise where you, towards the end of the day, you're looking at the entire day, you're going back in the day and looking at stories or the important highlights of the day that you could maybe tell in a story form. So how he does is you create a spreadsheet and you have 2 columns. Just very simple, keeping it very simple. 2 columns. One is for the day and one is for the story. And what he does is he just writes down snippets from the day or the moments. He's not going to write down the entire story because that is going to take a lot of time of his, and if we try adding more and more complexity to it, we might not want to do the exercise on a daily basis. The reason I'm talking about this idea or this exercise here on this channel, and why I want you guys to try it, is because by doing it for more than 2 months now, I've realized that I'm able to recall my days easily and I have more memories from the past. I have had deeper realizations as well while I was writing down these stories, which I'm not very comfortable right now sharing on this channel yet, but it is a good practice that I have inculcated in my life, in my daily ritual. So I don't do this practice towards the end of the day. I do it the next day, where I recall the past day that I had and the experiences that I had. Because for some reason it just did not work for me during the night, and for some reason it just did not work for me. So I already have a daily practice in the morning where I sit down and write 3 things that I'm grateful for. And for me this was a practice that was sort of similar, where I used to recall the previous day to look for gratitude, and combining the habit here just made a lot more sense to me. And while I write down the 3 things that I'm grateful for, so by the way, this idea came to me from the book The Happiness Advantage. So I combine this exercise and the Homework for Life exercise. And believe it or not, I've written in the 3 things that I'm grateful for. One of the things that I was grateful for one I wrote is Homework for Life. Whether you're a storyteller or not, I think this exercise could benefit you. This could just make you live these small moments, the precious moment that you might miss. So the idea is not to have a very story-worthy moment that could go on a Netflix, that could become a Netflix series. That's not the idea. So initially I also felt that this is not something that is like a story-worthy thing, but still, once you start practicing it, it will come more naturally to you. So the book Storyworthy is pretty good, and it has some useful tips for people who are trying to understand the art of storytelling and want to get into storytelling. I would highly recommend, if you want to read a book or read something that talks about storytelling, or in general you want to read good stories. Alright guys, thanks for watching this episode. This was a very short one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.